Jake here with Desert Giant Gaming, here for my review of my favorite game of last year, Dishonored 2. Dishonored 2 takes off 15 years after Dishonored 1, where you're introduced Emily Caldwin, Jessamine's daughter, who was killed in the first game, and you are taking her throne. So it starts off with a ceremony and whatnot. People from Serkonos, a neighbor land south of Dunwall, comes to try to kind of do a come for a peace treaty kind of thing, and you are ambushed and attacked. At that point, you're given the choice of playing either Emily Caldwin, the now Rain, or Corvo Otano, who was the protagonist in the first game. I chose Emily because I had already played as Corvo in the playthrough of the first game, so I chose Emily. I have not played my Corvo playthrough yet, and I plan on doing that soon. I really haven't used too many games this year. All of Corvo's abilities are back from last game, including Dark Vision, which carries over to Emily as well. Emily has Dark Vision, she has Far Reach, Domino, Shadow Walk, Doppelganger. I think that's it. So she plays a bit differently than Corvo does, which is nice. It's a nice change of pace, and it keeps it fresh. Far Reach is a bit different than Blink. Far Reach allows you to either dash to a location that you can grab onto. It's not a quick straight line as Blink was. And you can also grab enemies and bring them to you, which is an interesting little twist. You have Shadow Walk, which is supposed to possessing a rat or possession of an animal or person. You go into a shadow creature and walk along the ground, which you can sneak up on enemies, take them out, suffocate them so they don't die, but take them out in a more stealthily way. You have Domino, which allows you to tie multiple enemies together, and if you damage one, it does or do any sort of attack to one of the enemies linked together. It'll happen to each enemy, which is super unique and a really fun way of it being able to attack different things in the game. Mesmerize, which is kind of puts out this little crystal or thing in the area, and attracts people to it and kind of stuns them for a period of time. And then the last one is Doppelganger, which puts out obviously a doppelganger, a mimic of you that can distract the enemy. So that's how she plays a bit differently. You can still play through this. From my understanding, the game is exactly the same all the way through. The story's a little bit different because it's from Emily's perspective as a Corvo's perspective. Emily, you're trying to get back your throne and save your father, obviously, and who is turned to stone by the evil Delilah. So, yeah. So that's overall the gist of how you go through the play game, which is the big thing about this game. Is why some people love this game and decide as a cult follow game. And my favorite game of last year is because of the ways you can go about taking out different ways. I played the game, ended up going more chaotic. I say that, but here, bear with me. I didn't go just killing everyone, guns a-blazing and whatnot. I was more situational. If the situation was beneficial for me to be stealthy, I went stealthy. If it was beneficial for me to be the killer, then I went that route. And yes, you usually lean more towards killing when you go that route, but at the same time, there's one whole level where I don't think I maybe killed 2 people the entire level, and my allegiance for that level was more on the stealth side. But overall, I did go more chaotic. But I liked playing that way, at least for my first and possibly my only playthrough. I do plan on playing it again. I love this game. So being able to have the agency to just do what I wanted was nice, because levels of the Clockwork Tower, certain areas I went stealthy because I didn't want to be detected by the big bird-like robots, or but then certain areas I wanted to be really aggressive. So like when I'm trying to escape from the place, I was being very aggressive because for the most part, you're trying to run out, kill the one thing that was in my way, and just keep running just to get out of the building. While other parts of the level, I was more stealthily trying to sneak my way through, not undetected. That's what's great about the game. Apparently, the Clockwork Manor, I haven't tried it yet, but you can go through that entire level without being detected by anyone without the man of the manor noticing you, and you can take him out before that happens, which is really cool. That it just shows good game design, and I applaud Arcane for putting that kind of effort in. There were, even though it was my game of the year, there were a few things I didn't like about the game. One of them was the AI was very aggressive in terms of noticing you. I noticed I was on the second story of a building. I was ducking, if I'm not mistaken. I walked over, I maybe stood up, and all of a sudden they noticed me. I had 10 guys running up the stairs at me, and I didn't want to go. I wanted to go stealthy at this point. I wasn't trying to be aggressive, and I had no other choice unless I wanted to go back to my last autosave. I had to kill them all. So I sat there, guns blazing, killing these 10 guys running up the stairs at me, which was a little unfortunate. That was one moment that stood out to me as not. It didn't allow me to play how I wanted to, which was a little upsetting. But otherwise, I enjoyed the whole story of the game. I don't want to spill too much about the game, just because I want you all to play it. It's a beautiful game. I like the scenery. The one level where you have you're approaching, I forget the Duke's. I believe the Duke his mansion, and there's a bunch of water. You can either go directly towards the mansion, or you can sneak around the water. Just a little hint, I took the water, but just the animation, the waves, and the sunset and everything is beautiful. It's little details like that which are really nice. This game is usually a little bit bigger, like Imagine People, but puffed up a little bit. That's how the character models they go with, which is fine. I like that aesthetic. Besides like the main characters, but like more so the enemies are a little more puffed up. In this game, I did like that they brought back the heart, the relics, and the bone charms. The bone charm customization is really cool. How you can combine a bunch of them together, take them apart, and get their abilities, and it allows you to do more things. And those things don't usually affect your game that much. Maybe you don't take as much damage from grenades, or you can spree it underwater. It's minor stuff usually, but it's nice. And then the relics, which you can use to get those different abilities, or there's other enhancements you can get, like agility, and some other strength, stuff like that, to do more damage or run faster with more endurance. Different things like that, which were brought back from the last game, which I really enjoyed. The difference in this game is in the heart is actually your mother, Jessamine, called when if you play as Emily. I'm assuming Corvo is exactly the same. He's meeting the outsider again. He's not. It's not the first time he's meeting him, and that's actually where I think the story may differ a bit, which I'm actually excited to play through again. Is Emily meeting the outsider for the first time? Corvo's already met him. Corvo already knows him, and that's where actually. Unfortunately, my review isn't able to cover because I haven't experienced that half. But I really enjoyed the game. Again, my favorite game last year, the year of Overwatch, which didn't get hooks in me, or there, because that game a bit long, but story was phenomenal. The gameplay is always great, but yet repetitive at times. But overall, Dishonored 2 was my favorite game last year, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe below, and see you in the next one. Thank you.